Okay, boys and girls, today we're going to relate area to addition and multiplication by using area models. Guys, these area models are going to look exactly like arrays did, almost. The only thing is arrays had gaps in between them a lot. These aren't going to have gaps, but they're basically the same thing. This should be easy if you remember your multiplication and how to make an array and things like that. Now, if you don't remember that stuff, then yes, this might be a little more difficult. Okay? All right, let's read the story problem. Melissa has a garden that is shaped like a rectangle below. Each unit square represents 1 square meter. Now, let me tell you what that means. That means each of these squares is 1 square meter, boys and girls. That means your label is square meter. Okay? You need to look at directions to find labels. Okay? To know what to write as a label. Square meter. That is your label for these parts. Now, I'm sure because this is what we do together, they probably already have it written for you. But remember this for when you do it on your own, understand? Okay, now what's the question?
Melissa has a garden.
What is the area of her garden? The question of the problem. Read it.
What is the area of the garden?
Of her garden. Okay. This is the picture of her garden. Okay, the purple little box says for you to circle the shape of the garden. So, in the directions, circle the shape of her garden.
You can't.
Yes, you can. You can circle what shape it told you in the directions.
Oh.
In the directions, what shape did it tell you?
A rectangle.
So, circle the word rectangle in the directions.
That's what it meant. I thought
Yes,
it
that's
meant
what it
like
meant.
circle the picture.
No, it says circle the rectangle. Now, it says count the number of unit squares in all. Okay, so we can just count them. Write your numbers inside and count them. Go ahead.
Okay.
Okay, how many squares were there?
18.
Okay, you counted to 18 unit squares, but we don't call them unit squares here. We're going to say that the area is
Square meter.
18 first. You got to write in the 18. And then, yes, square meters, because that's what they're saying that the garden is in meters. Okay? Now, another way that you can find this exact same thing, instead of just counting all the squares like we just did, instead of counting, this is a different way to find the same picture, using the same picture, but finding a different way to get the answer for the area, okay? So, this is using repeated addition. You count the number of rows, and then count the number of unit squares in each row. Okay, how many rows are there?
3.
How many rows are there?
3.
Yes, remember rows go this way. There are 3 rows. Okay? How many squares are in each row? Let's look at this one. The first row, how many are there?
6.
Second row, how many are there?
6.
Third row, how many are there?
6.
Okay. Each row has 6. Write that on the side there. Make sure you have this. If you have blanks, you're going to have -1, and this page is only going to be worth 1 because we're doing it together, so you should have everything I have on your paper. Okay? All right, now, they have 3 rows of how many squares?
6.
3 rows of 6 squares. So because there's 6 in each row, you're going to just do repeated addition. 6 plus 6 plus 6. What is 6 plus 6 plus 6, everybody?
18.
18. So the area is 18 square meters. Now guess what, boys and girls? There's one more way to find this answer.
Multiplication.
rows are there?
3.
3. Okay, so I'm going to write there where it says rows, but I'm also going to put it right here where it says rows. Okay, 2 places that you put 3. Okay, now, how many squares are in each row?
6.
There are 6 unit squares in each row. So I'm going to put 6 on top because that's showing there 6, but then I'm also going to put 3 rows of 6 squares. Okay? So this shape is like an array. How do you find the total number of squares in an array? Multiply. You multiply, right?
Yes.
Okay. So you're going to multiply the number of rows, right? The row should be our first one. So I'm right down here where it's doing the multiplication sentence. 3 times 6 equals
18.
18. So the area is
18.
18 square meters. Okay? You always multiply the row by how many in each row. Okay? How many rows are there? And then how many in the rows are there? Okay? All the rows should be equal. Okay? Because in an array, all rows are equal, right? Yes. Turn the page. Okay, let's try this one. It says find the area of the shape. Each unit square is 1 square foot. So what should the label be?
Oh.
What should it be, Tenon? What should the label be? If it says each square unit is 1 square foot. Look up here. Each unit square, each of these squares is 1 square foot. So if I were to write the answer for the area down, it would be
Unit square?
no. It says the unit square is called a square foot. But when you have more than one, you have to call them
Square feet.
square feet. They're getting some grammar in here. Okay? Pay attention, please.
So
We
square
just said
foot
that.
means 1.
Yeah, foot means 1. That means 1 square is a square foot. All the squares together are feet together.
have to.
Okay, now, let's do this. Let's use multiplication to find this area. What's the first thing I'm going to do?
Check the rows.
Check the rows. How many rows are there?
4.
Let's write that down then.
Yeah, there's
4 rows.
Come on.
The second thing we got to do is what?
Check how many are in each row.
How many are in each row? So now, okay, you guys already figured it out. 10. Now you just have to find the answer. You should know multiplication.
4 times 10 equals 40.
Yes, 4 times 10 equals 40. So the area is
40 square feet.
and square feet is the label, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now it's Sharon Cho. Your turn to do this on your own. Okay, number 12. Read the problem. Tile Design Company tiled a bathroom wall using square tiles. A mural is painted in the center. The drawing shows the design. The area of each tile is 1 square foot. Before you ask the question, what does that mean that the label will be?
1 square foot.
No.
Square feet.
Square feet. Thank you. Okay, now read the question. Write a problem that can be solved by using the drawing. Okay, look at this drawing. Okay, it has square tiles, right? So what could you ask? Savannah?
What is a multiplication equation?
What are you trying to find? For the... Okay, but I wouldn't... But you would say multiplication equation for the area of the mural. Okay? Sure, you could say, what's the multiplication equation for the area of it? Right, Wyatt?
Yes.
I don't think your desk is more important than your homework, so please listen. Okay? Well, let's try it for a different one. What do you think, Callie?
What is the area of the mural?
Okay, what is the area of the mural? I have one better for you.
Oh!
I'm going to give you a subtraction one. How many more tiles, or how many, yeah, not tiles, how much more area, or how many more square feet, that's what I want to say, how many more square feet is the painted area than the non-painted area? Do you know what I mean by that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because the outside is just yellow.
Yes. So you could do a subtraction problem there, right?
Hey, Wyatt.
Okay.
Stop making noises.
And then you have to solve your problem. Show your work on how you solved it. Now, writing a problem, boys and girls, does not mean to just write 3 times 5 equals 4, or 3 times 5 equals 15. You're going to actually have to say how much of you have to write in words, how much of the painted area, or how much more is the painted area than the non-painted area. Does that make sense? Or what is the area? You actually have to say in words, what is the area of the mural? Okay? All right, so should we do this together and find out the problem?
Together.
Okay, so what question we want?
What's the area of the mural?
Just area, you're making it easy?
No,
Yeah.
we should
I
do the
forgot
problem she said.
I forgot the other
No,
one.
because she's just giving us the answer, so we should make
Yeah,
it
but
our
so
own.
we're just giving me the answer if you do what is the area too. Right?
149.
So let's do the one.
Miss Ackerman, it's PE time.
Sure is. Okay, so you guys told me to write how many more yellow tiles are there than painted tiles. Now, we have to solve our equation. So we have to, can we count with an array the yellow tiles? Like can we have multiplication or repeated addition or anything like that? No, we just have to count them. So we could count them going around. Okay, I'm going to pause. Okay, boys and girls, we counted the yellow tiles. How many yellow tiles did you count?
26.
26 yellow tiles. I'm going to just write that down. Yeah, you guys can write this too. Okay, now can we do multiplication or repeated addition for the painted tiles?
Multiplication.
Okay, we could do both, but yes, we could do multiplication. So what's my multiplication problem?
3
times
8.
8 equals, what does 3 times 8 equal?
24.
24 painted. Okay, now what do we do? To find how many more?
Subtract.
We subtract. Okay, if we subtracted, what am I going to subtract?
26 minus 24.
26 minus 24. What does that equal?
2.
2. So 2 square tiles, or square feet.
Right.